is Sheila Thompson. I have worked in the Yorkville School District for, well, this is my 34th year.
I've been at Yorkville High School all 32 years.
I absolutely loved my 25 years at Bristol Grade School and absolutely loved my 10 years here at Bristol Bay.
So Yorkville was my first and last job. I started in August of 1986.
Okay, this is my 18th year here in Yorkville, District 115.
I wanted to be a teacher since I was a little girl. One of my favorite things to play was school.
I've been a sub for special ed, and I was asked if I would like the position, and I said yes.
I always wanted to be a teacher.
I was something that I always had a passion for kids. I just loved working with kids.
Education runs in my family. I loved history from day one. My grandmother helped raise us, and she was a great storyteller. I think I got my love of history from her.
Oh my gosh, I was so nervous because I was 22 years old and I had been only in the classroom for student teaching, and I started with 8th graders. And I was so nervous. But then I do remember that once I got into about 10 minutes in, I was absolutely fine. But I probably felt like I was going to pass out. I was so nervous that first day.
I was at the, what's the academy now, up in the corner. And actually one of my favorite memories from that room, I was overlooking the playground. And one of the PE teachers, Jean Hastert, I remember her always saying, "Ready, go. Ready, go." All day long, they ran a lot of races.
The first day I walked into football practice, I walked into the locker room across the street, and one of the football players walked up and said, "Hi, what position do you play?" I was a little young looking at that time.
Brooke Kubisak was the secretary then, and I was very fortunate to shadow her the last month. So it just kind of flowed into the following year.
The one thing I do remember about Bristol Grade School is when I got there, my desk was in the library and I was to teach in the gym, and I'm like, how is this going to happen? So I luckily got Brian to build me an office down there, so that's pretty nice.
In terms of teaching, I think anytime I've made a difference in a child's life, every play, has had its moments, helping those kids who are shy and quiet emote on stage and things like that. I guess those are probably the things I'm proudest of.
Just having that kind of feedback from kids and parents over the years that I helped make a difference in their lives.
I never give up. And I think I've had a lot of students through the years that maybe others have given up on and that I haven't. And I have always been a person that has tried to sometimes fight with the students to make them succeed and always fight and advocate for them.
And when we used to have the ELL program here at our school, we had a lot of parents and grandparents that came in that could not speak English, and I was able to help translate. And I do remember particularly this really older grandma, and she just had the big smile on her face, and so I just said to her when she left, I said, "Tengo un buen dia," and she looked at me, and her smile just went from ear to ear, and she says, "Igualmente," which means I just said to her, "Have a good day," and she said, "And you also." So things like that, it's so simple things in life.
2 years ago here at Yorkville Middle School, Robin Shirley asked me if I would have her life skills students in my PE class. We established what we call a buddy system. The kids that are in my class that choose to work with those students are paired up with one of them each period during the day, and they actually, help them with the different games that we play. The second thing that I am pretty proud of is the fact that my 2014 softball season, we had 24 wins in that year, the most wins of any Yorkville team at Yorkville. We also won the NI Big 12 softball championship. And probably the coolest thing about this year was we developed a bond. We did a fundraiser for a young gal, Maddie Beetham, who had cancer, and we raised over $17,000.
I believe that the most important thing I've learned is everyone is unique. We all have our crosses to bear and situations to deal with, and sometimes the student who is most unlovable is the one that needs my love the most.
A lot. They're probably more forgiving than most. They are pretty accepting for most times. They keep you grounded. They're the reason why I've done this long.
Oh, I've learned so much from my students. Probably the biggest thing is to laugh with them, have fun with them, and try to build relationships with as many students as you can. To be flexible, because nothing works for everyone. And the last thing that I've learned from my students is never give up. You always want to strive to make the next day better than the day before.
What have I learned from the students? Laughter, energy, the love of learning. Kids make you feel good.
Student I had years ago when I was at the middle school, if you would have asked me, I would have said he was a student I was not reaching. And maybe I was reaching lots of students, but I didn't feel like I was reaching this one. And I learned from him, because later sent me flowers to say that he was graduating this weekend from high school, and that I was a big part of why he made it through and reached that milestone. And that just floored me, because you always think and hope that you're having an impact, but I learned that I do think we do, no matter what.
I have plans for the day after. I have a wedding the day after retirement. I'm going to Wisconsin to a lake the next day. I'm coming back from that and quickly packing to accompany the France-Spain trip here at the school. And if all works out really well, the next day after I get home from that, I'm going to get back on another plane and fly to Jamaica to Dixie Draper's wedding. But hopefully being able to get back involved a little bit in theater, and wherever my daughter ends up ultimately, and if she has a family and things of that nature, that's what she's supposed to do anyway, then I want to go be by them and be grandma.
My husband and I obviously have coached softball for many years here. We have about 6 students, former players, that are playing at the collegiate level. So when it comes February and in the spring, we would like to travel to Florida, or I know we're going to take a trip out east to Cornell and watch some of our former athletes participate in softball at the collegiate level.
My retirement plans are to probably pursue another kind of second career in the area of special ed, but not in the classroom. But I will be scaling back, and my husband and I a couple of our kids are in other states, so we'll be spending time visiting them, and I hope someday to have grandkids.
We do a lot of volunteering now, my husband and I do, and I'm just going to kind of take it easy, but eventually I'd like to work like at a food pantry, or the Foxville Animal Welfare League, or it's called equine, yes, equine therapy, but kind of take it easy. I'm not going to fill things up too full. Do a little traveling out, see my sister in Ohio, and I don't know, it's just going to be happening.
I bought a house at a place called Lake Carroll. It's 2 hours west of here. It was a childhood place I was at, but also a childhood dream, and we're going to start to live that dream. Fishing, golf, boating, a wave runner. We'll see.
My feelings the last week will be very bittersweet.
It'll be bittersweet.
Already I've had my tearing up moments at the thought of leaving the only career I've known all these years.
I'll cry. I'll definitely cry.
I told the kids I'd be smiling so hard my face would crack.
I'm, ready to retire, but it's not, I still love coming here. I love this district.
Well, I live west of here on Galena Road, so I will go galloping off into the sunset.
Those little reminders, this is your last so-and-so, that's been different.
This has been my home. This has been my life for 34 years. And so, just like any new thing in life, it's a little bit scary to go out there and say, now what am I doing? But I'm actually looking forward to having some of that me time too, to do the things that I've not had the time to do as well.
I've had a lot of great friendships here, met a lot of great kids. I've had a great experience here in Yorkville. I'm very thankful for that. I've had a lot of people come and go, a lot of good friends come and go out of Yorkville, and that's been a hard part of being here. So I think it's going to hit me that I'm going to be that person now that's going to be saying goodbye.
There are amazing kids and teachers and administrators here, and so I will be kind of missing a lot of those relationships.
Yorkville is a special place, there's no question about that. When I was a kid, I always thought, Yorkville would be a great place to teach someday. So it took me 17 years to get hired here, and it's been a great experience.
Again, the people that come in and out of your life, the kids, the people, the staff, you remember everybody, and meeting new people, and no, it's been good. It's been a good 35 years. Like I said, I've never had a day that I didn't get up in the morning and not want to come to work.
I feel fortunate to have the opportunity. I think the community of Yorkville has given me trust of taking care of their kids and teaching their kids and mentoring their kids. It's been a good time, but I think the most important thing was being with kids, and that's kind of been the heart of what I've tried to be as an educator, is to be there for the kids.
I will miss interacting with students, watching them grow and succeed.
It'll be weird not coming back here in August.
Really, I love working with kids and, not being here every day with that. That'll be the hardest thing.
Well, I will miss people.
It's just so homey.
And it's been home.
It's part of who I am.
I love my job.
I'm ready to ride off in the sunset, so to speak.
Go galloping off into the sunset.
Oh, I want to have a party. There's no question about that. I just want everybody to come and have fun, laugh, and